One thing I've learned on my financial journey is that saving doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Breathe and Budget. If you're new here, my name is Taryn. Here we talk all about budgeting, intentional spending, and the way our finances impact our lifestyle. Today I'm going to go through my savings challenges, the wins, the pauses, there were pauses, and everything in between, and showing how these small, intentional choices really add up. Before I start pulling all the money out and counting everything, I want to explain where this money actually came from, because none of it was accidental. And it wasn't just like extra money that showed up. So, two of my savings challenges, the 52-week savings challenge and the Bookmark savings challenge, we treated these just like a bill. It was in our monthly budget. They were planned for, accounted for, and funded consistently. The rest of it came from me challenging myself personally, because I tried to save my personal spending money as often as I could, which is about $300 a month. I mean, some months I saved all of it and some months only part of it, but I showed up as often as I could. And then there's this challenge that I actually rarely show on my channel. It's my $1 bill acrylic jar, although my husband popped a 5 in there. Anytime I had an extra $1 bill, I would just throw it in here without overthinking it. I'm not going to count this today because you actually have to break this to get the money out. And I want to continue adding to it for as long as possible. So we're going to get this money pulled out. I know a lot of people on different platforms have commented, like, why not just make a transfer to your savings account, right? Well, to me, turning saving into challenges, like fun challenges like this, it just makes it feel like a game versus a chore, right? And then it makes you motivated to do it more often. You get motivated by just seeing the physical progress, flipping, if you're using cards, flipping cards, rolling dice, filling the envelopes, you're hitting these milestones. It's way easier to stay excited when savings feels fun and rewarding. So the 52-week savings challenge. I don't know how much I saved because I didn't do the math and I rounded up each week. So we're going to pull it, and then I want to count this one separate. Like, I will give a total of what I saved at the end, but I want to know exactly how much I saved for the 52-week and the bookmark. So those will be counted separately. So let me go ahead and get these unstuffed. So right here is the 52-week savings challenge. As I was pulling the money out, I realized there were a couple months where I actually condensed and I put larger bills, and I don't know why I didn't do that more often. It probably would just be a lot easier to count, but we're going to go ahead and give this a count. And yes, I am using a calculator because I don't want to be wrong. Right, we'll start with 100. So I have 100. $1,512. And normally with the 52-week savings challenge, you save $1,387. if you did it exactly based on the numbers, like week 1, $1, week 2, $2, etc. But I rounded, and that gave me a little over $100 or so more. So that's awesome. So $1,512 is saved from the 52-week savings challenge when you round up. So like for week 1 and up to week 5, I did $5 each week instead of like $1, $2. So it did make a huge difference. I'm going to leave the money just like this, and I'm going to pull the Bookmark savings challenge money. No, because then I need to be able to see how much that is exactly. Okay, I'm pulling this out for a second, using the tray for the 52 weeks, the Bookmark savings challenge, and then I'll put it back in. So we're going to see what we saved. And I did this year complete all the bonuses. All right, so this is the Bookmark savings challenge. Let's see how much I saved. Honestly, doing it this way just feels less sacrificing, if that makes sense. It feels like I'm just working towards something. And even in months where I couldn't necessarily save a lot, having a challenge just kept me consistent. So let's see what we have here. 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 440, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, and 30, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. All right, so that is $1,240. I hope you guys can see it. It's hard for me to see. So $1,240 in that Bookmark savings challenge, and that does include all the bonuses. This is awesome. So now let me put this money back in, and let's unstuff all the other challenges. I hope all of it can fit. I don't know. This just makes it feel like real for me when it's in cash. I know a lot of people don't quite understand that, but saving in cash has been huge for me because it makes it just feel so real. I can physically see how much I've saved, and honestly, it makes it so much less tempting to pull from it. Like cash creates that pause. Like I have to be really intentional, and it has to be really meaningful for me to touch this. You actually for a second think about the fact that like $100 is going. We don't have that same mindset when we're just swiping a card. It is so much easier to swipe a card for a bigger purchase than for like cash, right? So that's why creating a budget and using the cash-based system is super important, because even if I use my credit cards, which I do, you guys know that if you're not new here, I am still within my limits of my cash. Like my cards get paid off every single month. That took time, that took healing, like literally healing my relationship with my money, and then also the way I handled and processed my emotions would sometimes be impacted by spending. So it definitely took some healing, but this is where we are. Let's go ahead and get everything unstuffed. All right, we're going to hop into my farmer's market savings challenge. This one I finished. So I finished this one. This is in my shop. It's available. It's a $1,000 savings challenge. So this should be $1,000. So that one is unstuffed. We're going to move into my wildflower savings challenges. Some challenges moved faster than others, and really that's okay. I'm not mad about it. I did not finish this challenge. Like, savings doesn't have to look perfect to still work. This is what realistic savings look like. I was able to get through some of section 4, but I did not finish 4, 5, and 6. This is a $2,000 savings challenge. This is the wildflower savings challenge, so that is also available in my shop. I don't have the purple binder. I'm pretty sure I'm sold out. So it's really just the envelopes with the vinyl and then the dashboards. But I'm not mad. I couldn't finish it. I did my best. We're going to hop into my A5 savings challenge binder. We did, like I said, I didn't film as often as I'd like. We finished this challenge. This is from Mischief Managed Budgets. River loves science themes, so I purchased a couple of her products that were like science-based. So we finished that one. So we saved 10, 20, 30, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So $50 just from that one. And they're pretty good, amounts, like $1, $2. I think the highest is the 9. So I think that's really awesome. And then this one is going to roll over to next year, but I am going to pull the cash. So we did the 8 and the 7. And then I will just continue this into this year, 2026. All right, we finished this challenge, so that means that I get to put in new challenges, which I will do on my savings challenge video. But this is my dragon savings challenge, which is available in my shop. So I saved $10, $20, $30, $31, $32, $33, $34, $35, $36, $37, $38, $39. That does not make sense. Did I forget to stuff it? This one should be the 50, I think. 10, 20, 30. I don't know what happened, but I thought I finished that one. So we must have like scratched it off and then forgot to put the money in there, like something like that. Okay, so this one is the Whale Tail Savings Challenge. This is also in my shop. This is another one that we finished. This one, I believe, is 75. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that worked out. We did not forget to stuff that one correctly. So I'll take that out. All right. This one, we've only scratched off one, the $8. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that. You know what it was? I know what it was for that whale tail. That just not the whale tail, the dragon one. That was actually started in 2024, and then I rolled it over to 2025. So I took some of the money. Like right now, I took $8. So at the end of 2026, when I go in and I pull the money, like I'm going to be $8 short. That's what it was. No, okay, it all makes sense now. So I could like leave the money, but I still want to know what I saved this year. So this is the VHS stack of savings. This is from Spooky Budgets, anywhere from $5 to $25. And we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And we have 7 more. So we are going to roll that one over. But so far, we've saved 20, 30, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. $53. Yeah, so that's kind of what throws me off. So maybe I'm going to make that a goal. I am going to make that a goal. I am not going to let savings challenges roll over to the next year. I'm not doing that. So this will be the last time we see that happen. This one we finished. So let's go ahead and pull that out. This one is from Budgeting Introvert. This was actually gifted to us by one of our viewers, which I now consider a friend. She's awesome. So let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Awesome. And it didn't feel overwhelming with the amounts. Some of the scratch offs that I purchased, like you're saving up to like $100. I've purchased one where you save up to $500. But it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like they're too expensive. Not too expensive, but like the denominations are not too high. They're feasible. All right, so this is from when we play Shut the Box. And then it's like you never really know what you're going to save because it's all about the roll of the dice. And we did not play this as often this year as we did the previous year, so we're definitely going to change that for this year. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 75. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not complaining. We still saved money. And, you know, challenging myself to not spend, I'm going to put the 2 to the side, my personal spending money. I don't know. Well, I'm going to start doing it that way in the beginning of the year. Is that going to be how I do it going forward? I'm not really sure. I don't know where I'm at mentally with that. I might just start incorporating it in the budget. Like this week, I'm going to pull, I don't know, $40, and I'm going to put that towards savings challenges. I think I see a lot of people do it that way. All right, so for Take a Chance, which is basically roll the dice. So 10, 20, 30, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And so I also learned and realized that we were doing this one wrong. All year long, we were doing this wrong. We were just like rolling the dice, and then whatever 2 we got, that's what we saved. But then I realized you're supposed to roll 1 dice, and whatever number you get, that's how many rolls you have to add up. So if you get 3, you have to roll 3 times both dice, add that up, and that's how much you save. So now we know better. This is the other science theme one I was talking about. They're little scratch off cards I don't have handy right now, but we still have so many more cards to go. So we have 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Not too bad. And then we have, yes, we did do this chip away. We started this one. We have 2 different chip aways, one smaller denominations and then one larger. So we had just started that one. This is the classic one that we love. We played it 4 times only, and this is how much we saved. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. I'm glad that wasn't 67. I'm glad River's not in here because y'all would be hearing her yell 67. One person commented like, poor principal. Well, I'm basically principal because we homeschool. So I'm constantly hearing it. So annoying. It's so annoying. Okay. And then this is just random savings challenges that I do. Like, for example, my memory card game. This is also available in my shop in different, oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? Styles, different styles. Like we have this one, we have the Wicked one, and we have the Farmer's Market one, and also the Wildflower one. Oh, and I also added one that is basically similar to my vintage Wonderland that I have in the shop. Like, so basically like an Alice in Wonderland theme. So let's see what we have going on here. Okay, so 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 107. Sorry, my cats are, I don't know, being cats in the hallway, and they just like ran themselves into the wall. So you may have heard that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's move to the other binder. Definitely subscribe if you're interested in seeing the next and the first savings challenge video, where I do put in new savings challenges. I have quite a few from Spooky Budgets that I purchased last year that I'm finally getting to start this year. I'm so excited. And I am starting a new challenge that is available in my shop. And we'll talk about that in a second. Let me do it this way. So this is my rock bottom to break through. Basically, you decide how much each lotus is, and then that's what you save. So I chose $5 for each one. And you can get the challenge in different like formats, different styles, but you can check that out in the shop if you're interested. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So if you do $5, you would save 60. But you can definitely choose any denomination. And then I just got to erase the dry erase marker. And then this is Making My Soul Happy. I did not have a pink marker when I did it the last time, so I just used black, which is fine. And this was all $5 as well. Oh, I did condense a little at some point, I guess. All right, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So $70. I hope I can fit all this in here. And then this one is a scratch off from Spooky Budgets called Bookish Girly. So it came with an envelope and the dashboard with the scratch offs. I don't know if this is still available in her shop, but you can always like screenshot and send it to her and ask if she has it or if she's able to make it. So let's see. So 10, 20, 30, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. $50. And I was going to use the money from this to purchase the special edition set from Hemingway. You know, the SJM, the Sarah J. Maas, I think that's how you say it, Universe books, all of her collection. And I don't have to because it was gifted to me. It just hasn't arrived yet. So I'm so excited. So we're going to take that out. Let me go back to the start notes in a second. I don't ever take this out. This has been in here for like a little over 2 years. I don't count it in what I save. Even though I've added to this, I don't count it. I'm just keeping these in here and I will be holding on to them for a while just because I haven't actually taken the time to see if any of them have a greater value. So this is basically my dollar savings challenge. You get $1, $5, $10, and $20. It comes in the matte laminate or the Starlight. I'm going to go back to Starlight this year. I really like it. I just love all things that sparkle and shine. So I'm definitely going to go back to the Starlight, but I did the matte this year. And basically, I don't aim to fully fund this one. Towards the end of the year and savings challenges, it just got to the point where I was like, okay, we're super busy. The holidays have us super busy. So instead of going into here or into other challenges, I just went ahead and put the rest in here. So that's how I was able to finish the $1 savings challenge. So this is $52. And I don't know if this is going to fit. Oh, yay, it does. And then I just have to reset these. Here's the thing with matte. Let's just be totally transparent and honest. Yes, this will come off with alcohol. It'll come off with a magic erase marker. I absolutely do not suggest other colors. You could see I had erased River's green and just put black, but you could see that the green is still sort of there. I recommend just using like the basic colors. And sometimes it does take off the matte finish. So then it kind of has like a glossy look, but it's still reusable. Like if you don't care that it does that, then they are still reusable, but they are definitely like a classic look. The matte laminate is classic. I love it. So I finished the $5, which makes this $260 right here. $260. That is so awesome. It is so awesome. It's just, $5 here, $5 there consistently throughout the year, or whatever time frame you give yourself. It doesn't have to be a year. You could say 2 years, doesn't matter. It matters, it really adds up. So the 10, I was only able to do 2. No big deal. I'm not mad about it. I mean, look at this. I am not mad about it. And then I didn't do any 20s. We did continue this challenge. We did 20. We did more last year. You can see that the ones that we've colored are the ones that we've basically saved. So we did 20 this year, meaning we did all these ones in 2024. So maybe we'll actually finish this in 2026. We'll see. Baked croissants I didn't do this year, and I don't have anything in there. Let's go to the star notes just so we can see. And I know I have some star notes in here, so don't yell at me. I did really bad at finding them. I have a friend / also viewer who always lets me know where I put them. Like, it's in this envelope just in case. And so I use that for reference if I have to go back and pull it. But these are the star notes that I have collected for like the last, I want to say two years. So we have this really nice $100 bill, which is an older $100 bill. And I don't know, this might mean something. So let's see, do we have this in denomination? Yeah, so we have 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 320, 330, 340, 346. But they're all star notes. So if you don't know what a star note is, basically, if they accidentally print a bill with the same serial number, to differentiate the two, they add a star. So there is a $100 bill out there with this exact serial number, but without the star. If you have both, that is worth far more than just having the star note itself. So what I also like to do is, I don't have any old hundreds in here, but if I were to come across an old 100, I am going to check if it's the same serial number, because I absolutely will try to keep that. And I probably will hold it. It might even be something I pass down to my kids and never really cash in on, because it will have value. It will increase in value. So yeah, my star notes, they just stay. So before we count this, I do want to talk about one of the challenges, I don't want to forget that I'm going to be working on this year. This is my 2K Brilliant Beginning Savings Challenge. I'm going to be very, very transparent again. I love it. Visually, it is beautiful, right? Here's the thing though. And I went ahead and worked with my manufacturer to get the clear, transparent envelopes. Reason being is I want to be able to see the shine of the actual challenge. However, these are so strong and so sturdy that they do kind of like stick to each other. So you just have to pull them apart. You know what they feel like? The material is so good. You know what it feels like? You know those floaties, the wings that we put on kids when they are going to swim, right? It's that exact same material. In fact, when I opened the package, like that was the smell that I got. So here's the thing. So because that happened, I gave everyone who ordered this, and will continue to do so, a free bookmark that says current, so that you know exactly where you are. Because putting this in between the two that you're working on makes it so much easier to just flip to that, because then they can't really stick together. Does that make sense? So that comes as a freebie. I haven't actually mentioned that. I don't advertise it. I just started throwing it into the packages. But I will be starting this. This is a $2,000 one. We have the option of $2,000, and we also have the option for $5,000, or you can select custom. If you select the custom, you just need to tell me what amount you want to save, and then I'll figure out the denominations. Basically, I already have the format. I would just have to figure out each amount for like each month. Another thing that I do with this one, I shouldn't have closed it, is it gradually gets higher in, throughout the year of what you're saving up until the last 2 months. See what I mean? They like stick together. Like October, highest is 55, but November, we start going back down, 45. And then for December, we got like 50, but this amount here is less than, for example, this amount, because I feel like when we get towards the holiday season, we may not have like extra money to throw at savings challenges. So it just kind of like works its way up, and then it kind of brings it back down to not make it so stressful towards like the holiday season. And because this is so shiny, I apologize if it's like totally glaring on the screen. But yeah, that'll be one of the ones I start next year. I mean, we're already in the next year. I mean, this year. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Counting this is going to be wild. And I have like maybe 15 minutes before a little bit more before I start work. I'm moving the money over. I think it's just going to be easier for me to count. All right, so 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 80. I thought I saw a star note. 1,000, 20, 40, 60, 80. 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 560, so 1560. I hope I counted that right. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $200, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $300, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $400. I think that was right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 600. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700. 10, 20, nope, let me just grab more. Star note, see? I know, they're in here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh my God, what number was I on? 800, I think. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 900. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1,000. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So 1,090. Okay. This is going to be wild. Just so in case it turns off, we're at 4,552. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I think I'm going to do what my mom used to do. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So she used to do piles and she would crisscross. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I never really understood why she did that, but I now do. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, and then let's keep going. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This video is going to be long. I apologize. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, wow, 900. So we have 1,015, right? 1,015. Holy cow, that is awesome. That is so awesome. Okay, now let's go into the ones. We'll do this in piles of 100 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Let me just speed this up for you. Okay, so that's that first 100. And then we'll see what this is. Let me just add that 100. Oh, another $2 bill. Oh my gosh, a $5 bill. I don't know if that was, I pulled it out when I was pulling the ones or if that found its way in here. Okay, so this is another 50. And then another 12. I don't know about that 5, but it's okay. And then we have the $2 bills. Okay, so $5,729. And I believe that is all my savings challenges. So this is less than last year. Last year, I think it was like $10,000 I was able to save. We saved a lot. But this year, we fully funded our Roth IRA. So that was $14,000, right? Because it was like $7,000 each person, my husband's and mine. So we definitely saved. We saved. So this is just what we saved in fun savings challenges. This isn't actually the amount of money we saved because we have our emergency fund, our home, car, pet emergency fund, our vehicle and home maintenance funds, our 6-month emergency fund. We have the Roth IRAs that we funded, all the things. But this was just fun money, I guess, is how I can say it. We saved while having fun. So again, some challenges moved faster than others. We didn't finish everything, but it doesn't have to look perfect to still work. And this is what realistic savings looks like, for those that prioritize saving and trying to heal that like spending habit when we're overly happy or when we're upset. Like it just was my go-to. Oh my God, money is so dirty. This is why I don't touch anything after this. I wash my hands. I always wash my hands after dealing with money. So, and also like this challenge, this requires zero effort. It's proof that small random amounts still add up. You don't miss $1 bills, but they do make a difference. So any random $1 bill you can throw to the side. I suggest doing that. I know I wasn't always consistent in recording these savings challenges. There were seasons where life was full and the camera did not come out, but saving still happened. And honestly, I'm really proud of that. So, this is your reminder that saving doesn't have to be extreme and doesn't have to be all or nothing to be effective. Some of this was planned, like our 52-week and our bookmark. Some of it was intentional, right? And then some of it was just small, consistent choices, like me not spending my personal spending money, that added up over time. So if you've been wanting to save but felt overwhelmed, start small, treat savings like a bill, challenge yourself when you can, give yourself grace when life happens. I definitely had to give myself a lot of grace this year. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you're subscribed for more realistic budgeting and cash saving content. And if you want to start your own savings challenges, I have tools linked below to help you get started, and I'll see you in the next one.